Good evening, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, evening headlines on November 2, 2023. Israeli tank commander hailed as hero after Hamas attack is killed in Gaza. The Guardian, Israel, losing metric advantage, in its ground operation, analyst. Al Jazeera English, IDF, troops breach Hamas defenses, approach Gaza City, 17th soldier killed in battle. The Times of Israel, 15 Israeli soldiers killed as fighting intensifies in Gaza. The Guardian, Israeli support for Gaza offensive is strong, despite military suffering first significant casualties. Aid in Gaza and Storm Keqiang hits France. Photos of the day, Thursday. The Guardian, people leave Gaza, Fed's double pause, Storm Keqiang disruption, Bloomberg Daybreak, Europe edition. Bloomberg podcasts, Varadkar not briefed on Irish hostage reports. RTE.ie, one killed as Storm Keqiang batters France's north and west. The Irish Times, refugees leave Gaza, Fed's double pause, Storm Keqiang disruption. Coventry woman gives out hundreds of free coats to those in need. Why Egypt has not fully opened its Gaza border for fleeing Palestinians. The Guardian, the road to freedom runs through Palestine. Tribune magazine, will Egypt accept Palestinians if Israel pushes them out of Gaza? Russia says Israeli call for citizens to leave North Caucasus is anti-Russian. Reuters, unrest and anti-Semitism, what the Dagestan airport riot could mean for Russia. Euronews, Russia's Muslims dismayed by anti-Israeli airport riot. The Moscow Times, opinion, this moment in history has created a perfect storm for anti-Semitism. CNN, Israeli envoy to Russia says Tel Aviv passengers hid from weekend airport riot in terminal. Migrant caravan heading through Mexico to US grows in numbers. Swiss village of Aarwangen in Ding Dong over challenge to cowbells. Li Keqiang, official nerves show as BBC hears praise for dead Chinese leader. BBC, Chinese President Xi Jinping among mourners at the funeral of former Premier Li Keqiang. NBC News, why Chinese mourn Li Keqiang, their former Prime Minister. The Economist, Chinese grieve popular ex-Premier Li Keqiang in quiet show of dissent. BBC, he understood me, death of China's former Premier sparks mourning, and away to air frustration with Xi era. US President Joe Biden calls for pause in Israel-Gaza conflict. BBC, Israel-Gaza war latest news, Israeli troops break through Hamas front lines. The Times, Netanyahu is an albatross around Biden's neck. Financial Times, why the war in the Middle East is politically risky for Biden. Action to protect against climate crisis, woefully inadequate, UN warns. The Guardian, gap in funding leaves vulnerable countries exposed to climate change impact, DW News. DW News, growing divide between climate adaptation fund and developing countries' needs. The Independent, developing countries need up to $387 billion a year to adapt to extreme weather, says UN. Financial Times, little money being made available to developing nations for climate adaptation, need at least 10 times more, UN report. Suspected mushroom poisoning, Australian woman charged with 3 murders. BBC, woman charged in latest twist in Australia poison mushroom case. The Independent, mushroom poisoning chef charged with murder after family members suspiciously die after lunch. GB News, friends of ex-husband speak out. News.com.au, timeline reveals shock twists in Aaron Patterson mushroom poison saga from mystery illness to bombshell. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.